Hello! Welcome back to another episode of Dragpn. We are on day 3,830, level 18 of the Formless Hope, and we're in difficult. Almost getting some hope here formed, but it's not quite formed yet, apparently. Anyway, so we got a first character 85, Jada, and we realized it's not the end, but we're not sure. We looked on the wiki, there wasn't anything we could sort of see. There's definitely a big gap in data like that, so maybe we should update all the data we've been keeping track of recently. Anyways, we have also switched up our bunch of adventures. They're doing pretty good. Oh, and we also should look at the Great Scroll. And no, we're doing pretty good. We could use some Hellish Path and some Northern Territory maybe. But that, and then obviously the Infused Powders, but I think honestly we'll just continue right on the adventure. Yeah. Let's just continue right on the we're up to 11 gems now. Nice. That's an improvement. Anyway, so we're just going to go through and get some practice points here. I think we'll have to have a big thing. This should be our last episode. I think we're kind of getting a little talked out. Get that way sometimes when I talk a lot. It's just like, I'm done talking. Anyways, let's check some DPS meters, because that's kind of what we're kind of looking at. We I don't know. I think that's sort of the main factor for me. I cut it. I sort of remembered I was working on the background. Anyways, one of the main factors for me is Tom's doing, insane, 12 million damage, and so it's like if you don't do that, you sort of are not going to match anything. So let's get a couple more practice packs here. Goes up to doesn't give us a lot. Anyway, so we are working on this person right here. Nice. So let's work on them. So obviously the resistances, and we're gonna have to do the critical damage. And then we don't care about that. That would be nice. Let's do the scroll damage though. And then I'll do all elemental, I think, and then we do the poison. No, should be pretty good. We could do the hit or something. Anyways, so let's let's get some gems. Let's sort by strength. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good here. Oh wait, here we go. Yeah, let me actually swap that in. Because having that much crit hit is going to be really good to start. It seems a little bit better. Oh, for a pretty significant drop in vitality. And what about this? Oh, I think we were sort by crit here. Yeah. Oh, we just hired a legendary technician. Cool and not cool at the same time. Oh, hey, speaking of which, let me give you this. Yeah, and then the tough woman. That would be. Oh, so we have a 120. Oh wow, that's a horrible technician. No, thank you. And where's our tough woman? Do we not have one? Oh, here we go. That's a tough woman. Sweet. Yeah, so let me switch back to the level. And then we're working on a... you. Cool. So we have a scroll for you. Do you have anything? I'll just give you a generic one, and then it'll give us an idea of what is good. Yeah, so we're gonna swap out this. Obviously, swap out the killer. Let's leave his name for a little while, and we are gonna put some gems. Oh, he has all the device. Yeah, sure. to gym him up and then throw him in the fray here, and then we'll see how he does in terms of DPS, if he sort of matches his brother, and then we'll give him a name and figure out what to do with him. Name him Kimberly or something. Let's do that. Kimberly. There you go, Kimberly. Welcome back. You know, wait. Wait. What we should do here? Where are we at here? I have a different idea. You. Yeah, you. You are going to be named Kimberly. Excellent. And then you're going to be named Caven. Sure. Yeah. Okay. We're going to sort by type, and we need the. Okay, so we need a. What are we going to go for? Agility, and then. No. Here, let's do this. So I'm going for the 35% strength bonus, and oh, here's a critical hit one. And I want to. My goal is to get his crit hit to 100%, and then focus a little bit on the crit damage as well, if I can. Yeah, so toss it. No, come. Oh, did I just sell that? Oh, you punk. You punky punk. Looked like a decent gem too. I wish I could buy back things. No, really. I changed my mind. Okay, so hopefully we have some crit hits, which we may not, because they're very popular. Yeah, this gem. Oh, ugh. Brain's not quite working out here. Yeah, I don't think we have any crit hits. Okay, nothing to panic about. Nothing to panic about. Great, yeah. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, we don't have the amazing crit hit, but as such, how are we doing? 56. We're still alive. We're making progress. Here, let me turn off auto adventure. Oh, and then we'll pick up a chest here. And what do we get? 19. Nice. So we are to the ever close to that theoretical limit of craziness. Okay, so let me edit the team again. And we're going to drop glass for McCaven. Yeah. Confirm. And we're going to add a roll for McCaven. 5 and 5. We're just going to auto. Okay, now. McCaven, don't show up Tamar. Apparently it's not a worry. He's at 0 damage. Oh, there we go. 226. Yeah, so hopefully, you know, two Bun Sisters, two killers, and a healer. I honestly would go for 4 killers if I could. The other sort of thing to think about the Bun Sisters is they give you the buff. Kimberly has a buff, says boost all party members resistances, so the more you have, the more resistances you can buff yourself. No, it's doing significant. He has 100% crit, so that's awesome. No. So, I mean, I don't know. I could take Jed all the way to the max level, but it seems like that's kind of a waste. I could get, you know, all my characters to 80 at that point. Maybe I should. Um, that is like, it is pretty significant. I think I still have, yeah, right over here. I think it's what? Yeah, it's 28 million. Oh wait, no. My bad. My bad. It is actually yeah, it's only 10 million. Yeah, see, hardly nothing. Nice. Kimberly's doing 7 million for some reason, but hey, you know, whatever. I think by the end of the dungeon, we haven't seen that yet. We've been focused on other things, so yeah. Anyway, so I'm definitely just kind of getting towards the limit of just wanting to farm this nonstop. For, you know, game is fun, but so part of the plan is to give this a think of what we want to do, basically. But the sort of overall idea is to maybe put some time into careful plan time into farming. You know, because you know we're just kind of burning through this at some point. So we'll either just burn through, you know, this offline, sort of this same idea, and see how far we get, you know, 100, 150, and then we'll come back and say, hey, we're up to 100 and something, and we'll pick up residents and swap them out and do various things, and probably won't remember all the details, but yeah, so it's sort of, you know, kind of that long-awaited, been playing 50 some odd episodes of a semi-AFK, and now it's sort of time to think about something different, I think. So I'll give this a think. We have about 4 or 5 episodes saved up, so middle of next week we'll have some estimates. I might just, you know, run a couple more episodes at that point and sort of talk about it some more, and yeah. Sort of a long-term plan in my mind is I'd almost rather do programming videos and sort of get my programming channel up, because it's sort of kind of what I do full time, but then it also sort of problem with that in some respects is like I program full time, so that's kind of why I play this game. While I program double time, you know, 80 hours a week some often, and so I'll play this game for 20 hours a week or something, so it's like you know, a downtime. I have been doing pretty significant videos in terms of programming and design, game design, which is pretty awesome. Been talking a little bit about the game I've been working on for this type of game, which is going pretty awesome. And this also has given me some really cool ideas and sort of things to focus on, and what, you know, what sort of information you want in. Like, you know, it would be nice to know sort of what day we're at or what month and stuff. And the other thing too is like this rarity bonus is really awesome, but it doesn't seem to, you know, there should be a bonus for how many times you completed the dungeon, and sort of, you know, sort of your continuation thing. Plus, you should be able to also start at level 20 and turn on auto advance at level 20 instead of, you know, having to, you know, start at, you know, only start at 49 before you auto advance. And it'll get harder and harder and harder, sure, but, you know, it's sort of one way to sort of do it instead of just farming, you know, level 45s or 55s or whatever we would do at this point. But the other thing too is it'd be nice to see like what the rewards are, you know, when you look at the, especially for the Mystic Dungeon, it'd be nice to know how many Ash of Hopes or whatever you're going to get out of it. So that's another big design thing to look at. And yeah, so my game will definitely be a lot different than this game, because it's, you know, it's, yeah, and then yeah, hopefully, and then Soda Dungeon 2 will be out, and then we'll play 50 episodes of Soda Dungeon 2, and you guys will be so disappointed. I don't know. But yeah, but, you know, it's not to say, you know, overall too that, you know, I'm not that excited about my gaming channel. It's got 33, you know, lovely subscribers, and I hope that continues. And, you know, it's like, you know, I think it's never going to make me money, but I think it's just cool to have, you know, play games and have people talk about it. But we'll have to see. Feels kind of sad a lot sometimes talking to myself. But, you know, hey, it's I'm talking to you guys, you people, everybody. I'm talking to Jota and Kimberly and Talinator and Tom and Glass Mask and I don't know who that McCaven guy is. He's stuck in. Oh, you know, why are we not looking at DPS charts? My bad. Yeah, like McCaven doesn't seem to be, you know, I think it's partly because Tom is sort of, well, Tom is 5 levels on top of him as well, but he doesn't, you know, and maybe Tom goes first. What's the agility difference? Um, here's another example of it would be really nice if the DPS chart stayed up, and also not to interfere with the health. So, anyways, his agility is 45, and his agility is 3. So, to me, it's like or 2. Wow. So that's sort of the turn order. I think is sort of what that determines. And then sort of also too, it's like why agility is sort of. I guess it sort of does make sense. The more agility, the faster you are, but it's not really called out. And it would be really awesome if there was a, you know, it just in terms of this game that there was. I've been talking about it for 30 episodes now, and maybe we found one of them. But it'd be nice if there's strength, agility, and intelligent characters. So, but then to ultimately too, I think my game, which is now awesomely entitled Project Inventory, is which has nothing really to do with inventory at this point. But I mean, it does. But anyway, so one of the core things about that is sort of a damage simulator, you know, a combat simulator or something. Project Combat Simulator, Project Combat might be a more apt name, where it's like it's one of the secondary goals. Primary goals, I suppose, would be to test out strength and crit and levels and all that sort of thing. Like, you know, if you ran through 10,000 fights and you saw the charts on it, then you could sort of say, hey, this progression is working out. So, you know, 1 to 100 is working out. So, no, we actually haven't looked at any adventures in a little while. Oh, we got another fire player, it looks like. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we kept a second paladin around. Let's see. You're an ancient fire player, so I don't think we're gonna. Yeah. We have no reason to keep you around. At some point, I'd like to upgrade my. But you know, like 32 points is pretty significant, but it's like I'd almost rather wait for a. There we go. Stop complaining. Get to 80. Yo. Anyways, we also haven't. I think yeah, nothing really. We have to. You know, we're just kind of waiting on these people. Significant. Let's see. Oh, hey, it looks like there's 5 pages now. Yep, there they are. Bright circle. Oh, hey. And then global grand strategy. Oh, did I? Oops. Well, okay. You know, whatever. Oh, here we go. And then punishment. Oh, no. What do you... No! What am I missing? It's not even going to tell... Oh, I'm missing practice points. Oh, well, that's... By the way, I have 149 Astro Hope, so I can buy 3 blank book pages. Yes, or... Well, I could just buy... There we go. Now we have some practice points. There we go. That might actually make a significant difference in the... Ooh, no, I think we're good. Ooh, you know, we're actually at 4.7 million. Quite a bit before. Come on, McCraven! You can do it! You know, 1.3 million as our healer. Should have, I think I could respec her and give her a, give her that damage chart. I thought about it at some point, but... Oh, you know, speaking of which... We are going to go to battle selection. quality. No, let's go to battle selection and say. Also, I just want to compare level. I want to get Tom R. McCaven apparently. Is that who I'm looking at? Let me get McCaven, yeah, to level 80 to sort of compare against Tom R. And and maybe it's not sort of wise, but we saw that sort of same idea with the Street Man, is getting some Street Mans, but we just never got him to there yet. But now we could almost be the most significant chance at getting these characters to, you know, we'll have a lot more opportunity also to compare different types of characters. Is it effect mastery better at some point too? But yeah. Oh, this video is flying by. It's already 20 minutes. But yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Oh, we picked up a snow meeting again? Yeah, looks like that's the case. Oh, we have how many snow maidens here? You, and 148, and you're 169. Wow. Okay, well, we don't need that many snow maidens. We'll give you that, signify that we saw you. Kimberly, this is Admiral Kimberly, so we'll just actually say, hey, you're good. Yeah. Since we have given Kimberly to a bun sister, felt appropriate. It's just, I don't know, poor people. Make one comment on my video and you're just, indebted in life. Enslave you to the gameplay for life. I think it's always, it's always been, people have been, Quilliteens put, if you're part of his patrons or donated to him, he puts you in a list. But, one thing that's just like, to me, I get why he does it. I'm not saying it's wrong, but, to me, it's like if you're truly sort of, randomly picking people out of a list, then it should be random, and you shouldn't have the same 6 people come up all the time. But I think he does it partly because those people donate more to him. So, it's like, it's a pay-to-win strategy. It's like, to me, it's like, no, but unfortunately, the problem with this game is it could have Admiral Kimberly. Oh, no, we should be looking at charts. My bad. Wow, we have gone up almost 20, I think we could honestly beat the game at this point, too. Maybe I should, just to sort of, I don't know. I don't want to do it because then it's like, oh man, is that the end of season 2? It'd be pretty significant. Then we will give it a shot at the end of this video. Give it a shot, see if we can do it. With over 30 million in just base damage right now, yeah, I think we will be okay. Not saying the end boss is not hard on difficult. It would be nice to sort of knock that out as well, just to sort of get it done. Another, got all the characters, knock out the end boss. I think I definitely will continue it. It's definitely not the theme. It's just, it's just, I think it's time to put it on a non-semi AFK basis. Put it on an AFK basis, so we'll run through a few and come back and test some characters out and see how they do. It definitely gets a little bit more boring just sitting here looking at the numbers and but that's been the case for the last 30. That's probably why the game has been a little bit less engaging, I think. Come on. These because it's just been, you know, the last 20 episodes, it's just been sitting here. You know, there's nothing to do in the town. You know, oh yeah, we got the, you know, that 2 upgrades. Woohoo! I think that's the most significant thing we, and you know, you got to swap out people in your inn here, which I find frustrating, but yeah, be nice to get a goblin shaman as well. Not to replace poor Geota. She's our, well, I don't think there's ever going to be a way to replace Geota. A star adventurer with 86 million, 80 level 86 now. Well, I mean, we'll eventually get a 404, you know, hopefully, maybe, someday. I mean, that's insane. 404 would be the highest star adventure, what do they call it? Quality? Growth potential. Yeah, growth potential. So you can see here, I think this is our 352 is our highest, and then you're at 333, so it's like 50 points away from our tank, so that's a pretty high level tank, really. But hey, I would love to, you know, swap them out for someone else, maybe. At some point I'm just going to have to sell everything. I haven't done that in such a long time. But there has been, yeah, we are struggling for money. You know, we have 162 million. Yeah, we have tons. Yeah, wow, we have 84 Ash of Hope. It's no sort of point to buy it at this point, really. We should start saving up Ash of Hope and seeing how many we got. Now we have 5,000 Ash of Hope. Look at that, Kimberly, 11 million. Nice. Finally trying to compete with Tom R. Oh, 21. Oh man, yeah, that's gonna be $1 million a pop. Well, I think it could be like, you know, 3 million a pop and 10 million and 20 million. 1,000. You know, we have a long way to go here. How are we doing? 27. Let's just call this the end of the episode. Or end of this current run. I want to check out several things. Oh, are we getting more? Oh, that would suck. Yeah. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 8. 8 seems to be good. Yeah, 8 just seems too many. Honestly, I don't know. It's so hard to say when it's just like, you know, sort of the Soda Dungeon 2 was the same way. Soda Dungeon 1, I should say. I think the thing they did is every 100 levels, it was like considered a different area. So it's like you know, and there was always that one where it's like, oh man, turn the music down, and then there's that one level. It's like, oh man, crank that one up. It's like, yeah, nice. Oh, did we? Hard to say. I don't think we got anybody new. That was my ironware. I saw that flash of red there. Feels like we got someone new, but it must be just in my head. Speaking of someone new, we haven't got someone new over here in forever. It's like we are such a, you know, high level at this point where it's going to take pretty significant numbers. Anyways, one of the things to do is to combine. Oh no, you're still, yeah, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I think we are going to give the base in the nameless guy another shot. I'm somehow pretty confident we might be able to get through it. Let's see. You know, we should maybe swap glass. I don't know. Micaiah needs to be part of the party, right? Come on, people. Doesn't he? I mean, he's sort of a part of the party anyways, regardless. The dead of winter. Okay, let's go for it. So we have the, over here, it's called the Nameless Rebels, level 20 of the Northern Territory. And we get, wow, that is 2.5 million practice points. So, these are rebels. I'm not quite sure. They seem like criminals, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I think the game sort of incorporates a lot of types of ideas into them. You know, they could be dissidents, or they could be part of the rebellion of Prince Lu. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. So yeah, so Prince Lu, or the Prince, or someone, had a rebellion a long time ago, and then we don't know if that's Prince Lu. I think it's Prince Lu is the rebellion. And anyway, so then that was put down, and that seemed to have created a bunch of problems with the rebellion. A lot of people decided to join him, including the dragon deity. It seems at some point, and then wow, we just like slaughtered this entire area for nothing. Anyway, so then came back later, and the prince was captured, kidnapped. I'm not sure who exactly that is. My suspect is it's Prince Lu, but dedicated the mandate of and all powers. Yay! So this nameless guy is claiming that it's time to decide who's holding the mandate of heaven based on competency, and they think it's based on, I don't know, royalty or something. Anyway, so wow, 52 million. So yeah, wow, I think we are, well, we're surviving through his hits. So yeah, so I think we were kind of here at some point, but now it's just a matter of, yeah, wow, having Kimberly just alone is probably going to carry this battle, because that's almost 9 million extra DPS or damage total. Anyway, so in my mind, this is either it was sort of leading up to the Emperor being the main bad guy, or, you know, it's not bad, I guess. It's just, you know, is his, you know, kind of, you know, but I don't know. The Emperor's been accused of killing his own citizens, and, well, I think it's just, you know, the rebellions are, I mean, if you rebel against the government, then you're sort of, you know, you're not a citizen of that government anymore. Maybe you want to, you know, maybe you care about the government, you want to start a new government, but regardless, the nameless, but anyway, so it doesn't call it out that it's the nameless. The princess talks about the fact that it could be Prince Lu who she raised from the dead, but I think we took him out a little while ago, but then it was sort of the princess was the main person. She, again, had some quite interesting things to say about her relationships with everybody. Oh, yep, and unfortunately that is the end of Season 2. So, yeah. Brum-bum-bum. Investigate further into Northern Territory. 2.5 million. Oh, my goodness! Hard mode! Okay, so congratulations, my lord. The realm of Dragoncliff has returned to peace thanks to your efforts. You can still start your journey in hard mode. Obtain high-level equipment and gems. Craft scrolls with various power flex. Discover more unique star effects. Unlock mystic dimensions and new currency. House of Hope. Complete all levels of mystic. I think we shouldn't be fooled. The fact that I believe, in my personal opinion, hard mode is actually called difficult now. So let's save and quit, and we will confirm. Oh, yeah, really loud. But yeah, so I think there is no more mode after this. It's just difficult. We can actually go back to normal. Yay! Anyway, so yeah, so one of the things we kind of are going for is I think well, I don't, yes, we're up to 11 and 11, so we're obviously pretty close to the level 12 gym, or hopefully. Yeah, so I think that should be the end of the video. We have 126, so let's spend, I was worried that I'm going to buy 9 white gems or something. Woo, 9.2 million. You know, we should probably just save up. You know, we could, oh yeah, doesn't seem like these are great characters. this. There we go. Let me do one more mission just to confirm. Yeah, so I'll have to give it a think what the plan is at this point. You know, it's sort of, we beat the game. We've completed pretty much most of the objective we had. We got all the characters unlocked. We're sort of waiting for, you know, picking up a legendary warrior and our, well, I don't know. I'm not sure what we're exactly going for. A shaman would be awesome because they're the healer as well. And then we'll have to try out more classes. We have. It would be nice to get 5 characters to 80 or something. But you know, 75 seems like a good number right now. Let me try a here, and we're just gonna auto progress through this, and we're gonna compare. We should just do it with less people. But yeah, so hopefully, just trying to see if Micaiah can, you know, match Tom R's. I think Tom R actually has 200% more crit damage, plus he has a super high agility overall. So I think he's, you know, comparatively, he's going to be better. We could take the gear off of Tom R and swap him with Micaiah. That may be an option as well. At some point, maybe put it, you know, take all the gear off, put it on a holder, and then put all the gear from Micaiah onto Tom, and then, you know, do it that way. That might be interesting. I think the gems wouldn't quite line up, but it's just kind of sort of, you could definitely, the Bun Sister seems to be really awesome. I definitely would love to have another Bun Sister or two. I mean, if we get 2, then we could, you know, take Tom out, or Talyonator as a tank, because they can tank for themselves, apparently. We didn't have the taunt we have now, but I think so. It's just difficult to say exactly what we should do at this point. Whether or not, I mean, I definitely want to continue the game, you know, personally, but it might just be for my own edification or my own sort of offline stuff, and I might come back every once in a while and talk about the video. Yeah, so Micaiah's not doing as good. So, but you can look at Kimberly. I think she's only 70, 75, and like how much massive damage she is doing is insane. Oh, 21, and 11 gems now. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, so the, you know, the goal would be to sort of get this to 3,000, which is pretty close, and then I don't think the chest ready. Oh, we have it up to somehow. I'm not sure why. Oh, I think we might have a resident that is boosting our chest rarity, but I doubt it. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I don't think we have that. It could be a boost from the a villager. Oh yeah, this is a random gem. I haven't really seen a lot of extra gems from that, but I'm assuming it's there to there. Getting up to 5,000 gold per adventure would be insane. I'm not sure how to do that quite yet, but anyway, so it's probably just a buff over town. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyways, so we're also running a this meditation. We could swap out to something different. All resistances would be pretty awesome, but we sort of are kind of focusing on that tank. Getting a super high tank would be super awesome. And I think, does that also include healers? Yeah, healer or tank. So getting the Goblin Shaman would be also awesome. Anyway, so I don't know. We might call this the end of season 3 or end of season 2 and start season 3. It's difficult to say. I think I have quite a few videos, 4 or 5 saved up right now. So we will push those out there and sort of decide what to do. Yeah, create another scroll. No longer progresses turns. All resistances boost. Wow, interesting. Anyway, so let's maybe continue. Yeah, so it's 3,928. We have 167,000 gold. So, yeah, see, there's a ton of stuff too. It's like you look in here. There's tons of gems and stuff we haven't got. We haven't got the star effect of any of these characters because I haven't seen any of them. Um, but yeah, and then the yeah, oh, and I think we've seen all the gem effects. Yeah. So I'll have to give it a think and decide what I want to do. I sort of maybe sort of think that we should. It could be the sort of the. I think it might also be the end of Dragoncliff as well because the numbers have been just massively declining. You know, it's interesting. There was like 5 views for a while, and then all of a sudden one video hit 13 views, and I'm like, what? Okay, but anyway, I think it's just after the patch note too. So, which I talked about a patch note in a couple videos. I don't know which ones those were, but they, you know, which is, to me, it's like, definitely, I really will enjoy this game, but we'll have to, I might, so if this is the end, which I haven't decided yet, what we'll probably do is just come out with a new series and then play this one, have this on the channel once a week, once or twice a week or something like that, and we'll come back and we'll say, hey, I looked at all the looked at all the gear and you know messed with all the gear and stuff like that, and talked about the fact that, oh, hey, now I've got JO to 95 and here's the numbers, might be a video, for instance, and we'll just come back, and I'm not going to come back and say, hey man, I got all this gear and now I'm going to switch it all back. It's sort of, hopefully I'll have some content and maybe some talking about stuff and talking about my progression in talking about the progression in Dragoncliff would be pretty awesome. Like, hey, this is what's going on. Here's an update on the video. Anyway, so thanks for checking out Dragpn. I really appreciate it. My name is Micaiah. It's been an extremely fun, exciting game. I'm, for $5, I think I played for it. $3. It's like, wow. This is, I've gotten hundreds of hours. I think I'm not sure if there's a way I can look without. Anyways, maybe I'll get that sort of set up next time. Anyways, you take care. Thanks very much. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody that's participated. We've got Jayota. Talynators was one of the first people that commented on my channel and welcomed me back. And he started up a Minecraft video, and then he sort of, I'm not, I'd like to see more of that. But anyways, we also have Glass as well. He finally made an appearance, but there's a Glass, and then there's a Glass Mask. Tom R has picked up the game, and I think that's part of it. Tom R picked up the game and went through and started playing it. We have Micaiah. Hey, that's me. Zentro has been awesome. He is our starter character. That's sort of the starter street man. I think this is the starter street man we had, and he's got the street man buff. He's got tons of, he's got a duelist buff. Whoops. Yeah, it'd be nice to sort of get that to a duelist. We actually finally have a duelist. Anyway, so we also have, Glass Mask right here. Here's the second version of Glass Mask. We've got Admiral Kimberly, which is now Bun's sister Kimberly. Sorry, it's just sister. So I said, hey, your fellow sister on the internet. Welcome. Yeah. And then we got Micaiah, which is my real name, not my. We got the original Micaiah, or the original Micaiah was a drunk raider. We finally got them to a legendary. I really like this class. I haven't used it because it does the buffs things differently. Anyways, I think that's about it. We didn't, we haven't really. Oh yeah, here's our technician, and yeah, and then we had a fire assassin was the originally Talinator. I think we deleted them, unfortunately, because this was a higher level version of them. We needed the practice points at the time. Yeah, so it's awesome. I'm finally glad to get all the characters unlocked. Sorry about the fire charger here. It took about an hour, so it would have been 2 more videos of just farming the buried temple over here. Yeah. So I think the only quest at this point would be these heresy quests, which are sort of like you get these and some of these like the Hellish Path and the Northern Territory and the Imperial Mausoleum are considered harder in my mind. So we'll have to see how that works out. But maybe with our, it'd be nice to sort of come back. It definitely would be nice to come back for a couple of videos and just to say, hey, let's just check out the high level content. I would love to maybe make an hour-long video. Here, let's do that. Why not? Why not? Let's go to the hellish path here. Yeah, we could do the Northern Territory. That's always been a challenge as well. Here, let's do the Northern Territory. Anyway, so hopefully we'll see how we get just sort of a send off here. Partly is because I want to see how they sort of, I think if Kimberly can sort of take the punishment of the high level damage these guys put out and sort of, and having more resistances. Oh my goodness, 2.2 billion! Wow, 1 billion resistance. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, and imagine having 4 of those as well. That just would be, yeah. Nice. So yeah, so maybe it would be just come through. I don't know. It's sort of like something to do once a year in this game is to sort of wipe out these heresy quests. But I think also it's sort of like I think it's at some point it's like instead of spending the money on the I talked about spending. Oh, it's only 15. Do you buy 5? Or 50 Ash of Hopes to buy 1 scroll, and so it'd be nice to sort of walk through this. Oh man, look at Kimberly. She's competing with Tom R in damage now. What's her? How much do we have? 4 million. Let me battle selection, and let's see, get you up to 78. Yeah. Now she's gonna blow him away. Oh, Tom's like, no! I've been replaced by I'm on top! No! Tom R has been replaced by a girl! Oh, poor Tom. Well, they are the fairer sex, as they say. Without a woman, life is not fun. That's for sure. Anyway, so we're just going right through this. Definitely have the, so it'd be nice to sort of, I don't know, define the challenge, I guess, at this point. I'm sure, if we progress, through this multiple times, like the boss the boss of this, sort of, the heretic boss or whatever, after you do these 7 or 8 heresy quests, there's a heretic boss, and then there's 8 heretic quests, and then there's the final, so it's the upgraded version of the heresies, and then the final, the final boss or whatever. The deity, I don't remember what it is, but it's some sort of like, the final outcome of these is this. So there's 2 bosses. So maybe we, go through all of these and see how we do. But this sort of considered the harder one. It's like I just don't want to end the video. But yeah, we're actually doing quite impressively. It seems like wow, with 30 million damage, yeah, that's sort of the big difference there, is having 30 million damage is, pretty significant. Plus, too, if we lost Tom, we sort of have the middle chest. Yeah, oh, bad choice. Anyways, there we go. Sweet. We got the Northern Territory, so it gives us more souls of the Northern Territory, which you can sort of see that the Imperial Mausoleum and the Hellish Path are considered harder. Where's the Northern Territory? Oh, yeah, there's Sands of the Northern Territory, 38. Okay, well, we have quite a bit, but... And then we'll also get the dragon... yeah, so then getting through all of these will also get us that shot at the... so... I don't know, yeah, so... I guess we'll come back and say, hey, doing all those would be great, and then maybe, and also progressing through here and picking up, like I said, getting to 3,000 and maxing out some of these numbers, and then sort of finding out the higher level. And then partly is just, I think what I'd really like to do at this point is just continue on this path. So I don't know. I might do one more video of that, but it just seems kind of like a yeah. Anyway, so the alternative also is to sort of burn through a ton of this, and then come back and talk about some of the changes, and then do a video like once a week on the progress I've made, and maybe I won't keep this running in the background because it's well, it actually might work out pretty good, and then we'll have to sort of check out. We could have up to 200 people and 40,000 items and stuff like that. So, and then we'll have to see how this works out. But, anyways, I guess we'll. Thanks for everybody for checking out Dragoncliff. This is sort of the end of season 2-ish. I don't know. It's definitely we could add a couple more episodes to get the fire charger, but we sort of have met the majority of the goals we wanted to accomplish. So yeah, so we'll have to come back and see. You can see how we can the infuse powder. So this is kind of, we'll definitely create some scrolls, but I honestly want to go through as much as the mystic dungeon and sort of progress that to the super high level scrolls instead of making these cheap ones that we did get a huge boost on. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Woohoo! Wow! All elemental resist by. Wow, awesome. So let's just give it to our paladin, I guess. Nice. What is it? There you go. There's a good end to the. So this is a set amulet. All elemental resistances by 14%. We have dust, petal, and ghost. And then if you get all three, it says reduce effect resistance rating for all enemy units at start of battle. Wow. Equal to the maximum effect hit rating from adventurers. In addition, every negative effect on enemy unit decreases its effect resistance rate by 10%, up to 100% and output. Nice. I don't know where we got that from. We could have got it from a yeah, we could have got it from. So does this mean just like each person? So if we get dust and petal, then we get a 3 set, sort of as a party bonus. Because you can't wear 3 amulets, so I'm assuming that would be the case. So awesome! Yeah. That is exactly what we kind of want to see. We also want to see more, yeah, of this gem right here. So we can actually put on the Caven, wherever he is. Yeah, so that's it's a great combination of the end of Season 2 is finally getting to the amulets. So at this point we could start seeing a ton of amulets. Yeah, so awesome. Yeah, so now, and then getting more of these is like, that's 15% more resistance, so on each character, so, like, that would be amazing on her as well, because, she has such a, that's all she cares about is her resistances and her health. Yeah. Let me, sort by quality, and, yeah, so, let me just sneak a peek through if we got anything else amazing. Yeah, nothing crazy. Oh, this is for a. I don't know. Oh yeah, so was looking at this. Yeah, so this is like seems like crazy for here. Like no longer all resistances. Yeah, I'm not sure who would want to get that. Caven, I guess, could sort of. Sure, let's do that, and then we'll extract the gem and then use it on this dude, because yeah, it's a star thing, so yeah, so his resistances should skyrocket. I'm not sure what the turn progress means. I think their turn progress is like they're attacking, so that's not great, but I don't know. Anyway, so that's awesome. So I'll have to, it's awesome to finally get an amulet. That seems like a significant increase. So we probably got that from the level, let's see, I want to say the 50, we'd probably start getting them, I don't know, around the 60s. 67, somewhere in here we started getting that. So, okay, well, thanks for checking out Dragon Cliff. This is the end of season 2 for sure. We'll have to see what happens. I'll have to give it a thought over the next few days and decide. You take care. Have a good one.